Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome to my video. Um, First I want to thank all my new subscribers. I'm a little flattered. I've got a few subscribers now. That's pretty exciting. Now I'll just see that if I can keep your subscriptions for a little while. That would be really terrific. Um, Tonight I want to talk about uh, how we all sort of observe all of these videos on YouTube or Twitter or whatever websites you go to observe the nature of these videos and watch people in transition. Um, I know it's interesting to a lot of people, educational to others, um, for whatever reasons that you observe them. But tonight I want to talk about how, you know, well, most of the videos, I'll speak for myself, most of the ones I watch, 99.9% of them, they're not 54-year-old transsexuals. They're nice young adults, maybe even adolescents or, more in their prime of life. So I'm throwing kind of a different spin on it. We've all watched those and watched new ones coming out all the time, and we all take interest in that. It's quite fascinating to see the procedures and to see the developments. Is really just fascinating. And now if you choose to follow my videos, you're going to get to watch firsthand, if you've ever been curious at all about it, and maybe you're an older individual out there that's presently considering transition themselves but aren't doing it because of their age or because they don't see the examples of others their age doing so. Well, now you can observe someone that's older and in the early stages of transition. I began my hormone replacement therapy, pardon me, the first week of October, and we're just nearing the end of July, so I'm 10 months completed in my hormone therapy, moving into the 11th month. So there have been some very significant changes, I'll tell you. I don't have previous videos of it. I just started recording videos recently. I will post some recent, well, not recent, but previous pictures of me as I was growing up when I was a child, and do that whole progression through life sort of thing, and throw a few of those in there. And then over the last year, since I actually began my transition, I don't have all that many pictures, but I have a few. So I'll post those as well. And then, more importantly, from where I go from here. If you continue to watch these or subscribe to my videos and monitor, you'll then be able to monitor any progress. So it's always, I've heard it, I've read it, I've researched it, I've talked to my doctors, I've talked to my therapists, I talk to individuals, and I try to take in information all the time about procedures, what works, what doesn't. I mean, this is just kind of like the process of elimination that we all do, right? To try to get the best results we can, and to move forward in our transitions with success. We want to see those changes. We want to have notable changes and feel within ourselves that things are happening for us. And that's a positive motivation in our lives. And it really does benefit us and help us with our gender identity disorder. Because after all, what we are doing is correcting that whole feeling that we have in our minds about our appearance. We want to correct that appearance and make it line up with how we feel we are, and try to present properly. So now you get to observe, like once again here, you get to observe an older individual in transition, and pretty much in pretty early stages of it. 10 months isn't all that long far into transition. Still seeing good results. I'm getting some nice breast growth, um, some slight bulges and some development in my buttocks, my skin. Huge changes. I will do some body shots here pretty soon. Maybe put on some halfway decent looking lingerie if I'm not that pleasant to look at. Maybe the lingerie will be, but um, my body's not all that bad for an old girl. So I try to take good care of myself. I run and I exercise, and I'm in pretty good physical condition, so I'm told. So anyhow, I will post again kind of a chronological photo deal at some point here. I don't know exactly when. I'll get them out. And then you can follow these videos and see any progressions that take place in the future. So maybe it'll just, like I said, give some of those people out there that are considering transition. I'm not promoting it, mind you, but those that are questioning taking that step forward because they're 50 years old or what have you, and saying, oh, I can't do it, it's too late for me, there won't be any progress, da 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 da. Contrary to belief, my endo has told me different, my therapist has told me different. It's an individual thing. A lot of it is your resources. Time isn't in my favor. No, it's not. And transition can take time. Money is not in my favor. I've lost pretty much everything I ever had in the last 3 years with our economical crisis. Any nest egg I ever had has literally been taken away. So I've got to come up with a new formula somehow. This girl needs lots of procedures. It is my full intention to transition to become a passable female. That's going to require some surgical procedures. I do desire, and if I could possibly get that scheduled as soon as possible, I'd like to have my facial feminization, and I would like to probably go ahead with SRS, and I'm going to give it some time yet because my breasts are still developing, but I can't imagine I'll develop much more than a B cup. I'm in a B cup now and starting to fill that out pretty well. It doesn't fill it up, not overflowing, but I'm filling a B cup. So that's kind of a good sign for me, and my breasts are still hurting at the end of the month. Anyway, those are some of the positive sides, and anyhow, that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight. Was if you have any interest at all, or I've got your curiosities going because I'm 54 years old and have begun a transition male to female. Let's see how this works or doesn't. So I've made the commitments. I'm going forward. I'm going to do the best I can with what I have to work with, and in the end, I really hope within that I can feel better about myself and present as a female in our society. So that's what we all try to achieve. Sometimes I think transition is just, our lives just become a life of transition. But at a certain point, when you've accomplished a lot of things, I'm speaking for a lot of the girls, but I'm not there, so I really can't. But I would think at some point transition just becomes a maintenance, that they reach a point and they're very much female and they're very happy with their lives, and they just move through life. And this is where we all want to get, right? So anyhow, I hope I can keep your interest, and I hope you'll subscribe to my videos if this is the first you've seen. And anything you'd like me to discuss, mention it down below, or just hit me up. I'll talk about it, and I look forward to making a video soon, okay? You all have a good night. Bye.